There is a huge galaxy over our heads every night during most of the year. I am of course talking about the Andromeda Galaxy, one of the most popular deep space objects. It is located in the Andromeda constellation from which it gets its name, at a distance of 2.5 million light years away. Its apparent size in the night sky is approximately 6 times the width of the full moon. But even though it covers a large area of the sky, most of the galaxy's light is too dim to observe with the naked eye, so only the bright core of the galaxy is visible as a faint, fuzzy smudge. You don't need a powerful telescope to photograph this galaxy. All you need is a camera and a tripod. You can even take a picture of it with your smartphone. This is a picture I took of the Andromeda Galaxy using this setup over here. This is a picture I took of the galaxy using this camera on this telescope. And this is a picture I took using my iPhone. The Andromeda Galaxy is this little smudge over here. While you might say that this is a great image, if we zoom in on some of the stars, you can see that the telescope was not collimated properly. Also, if we zoom into the galaxy, we cannot see much detail. So, although it looks like a nice image, I'm not entirely happy with it. This is an image NASA took with the Hubble Space Telescope. The first thing you will notice is that the image is not complete and it has some weird square edges. This is because the field of view of the Hubble Space Telescope is so narrow that they had to take several small panels and stitch them together to compile a mosaic of the entire galaxy. The result is an extremely high resolution image of the Andromeda Galaxy that you can zoom in and see a lot of details. If you're interested in viewing the image, you can find it in NASA's website. I will leave a link down in the description. I want to use this camera with this telescope, but I have a problem. Using this camera, the field of view is too narrow to fit the whole galaxy. Do you see where I'm going with this? I am going to use the same technique NASA used, and I will create a mosaic of the Andromeda Galaxy. Of course, I cannot compete with the resolution of the Hubble Space Telescope, and I don't need to take so many panels as NASA took. This is the Canon 6D. This camera has a full frame sensor, and when paired with my telescope, I can fit the whole galaxy in the frame. So why do I want to use a camera then with a smaller sensor and create a mosaic? This is the ASI 2600 MC Pro. This is a dedicated astrophotography camera. This means that this camera was built for astrophotography, and it has a few benefits that the Canon 6D doesn't have. First of all, we have the cooler on it, so we can cool down the sensor and reduce the noise in our images. This will give us the benefit of increasing the dynamic range. Also, the Canon 6D is not astro modified, so this means that in front of the sensor there is a filter blocking out hydrogen alpha emissions. Hydrogen alpha is the specific frequency of light emitted by hydrogen gas. Now, the ZW camera, being a dedicated astrophotography camera, doesn't have that filter in front of the sensor, so it allows hydrogen alpha to pass through and be captured by the sensor. This means that we can detect nebulae in the Andromeda Galaxy. Last but not least, the ASI 2600 MC Pro. It has a smaller pixel size compared to the Canon 6D. This means that we can resolve more details in our images, so hopefully we can detect more details in the galaxy itself. To control my equipment, I will be using a software called Nina. I have to say that this is a very ambitious project, so wish me luck. Okay guys, so I am in Nina right now, and I started the sequence for the first panel of the Andromeda Galaxy. It started autofocus now. This is what this sequence looks like. So I have all 4 panels here. I turned off 2, 3 and 4 for tonight, so I'm gonna shoot for each one on a different night. And at the end of the night I have, every night actually, I have M42. This is the Orion Nebula. It's quite low right now, but anyway, and it's gonna be shooting until 6 o'clock in the morning. Now for the Andromeda Galaxy, oh yes, I have to correct this. It will be shooting until 3:30 in the morning, because if you see here, if we take a look at this, around 3:30 the galaxy is gonna be at 42 degrees altitude. So I prefer to shoot the galaxy while it's high above the horizon. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing for all panels. I might be shooting multiple nights per panel. We'll see how it goes and if the weather permits. Now let's go in the imaging panel. This is how it looks like at the moment. It's still doing the autofocus routine now, so we'll come back to that. Anyway, let's take a look at the framing. So this is how it looks like. I set 2 panels horizontally and 2 vertically, and 15% panel overlap at 270 degrees rotation. Okay, I'm here in the imaging panel again, now that a few exposures have already finished, and this is how it looks like. Panel 1. I know it looks funny with the core of the galaxy at the edge of the image, but I promise you this will look great when it's finished. At the moment, guiding is amazing at 25, 26 total RMS error. So yeah, that's it. So guys, after stacking the panels, I was looking around one of the panels and I found something really weird. Take a look at this. What the Eventually, I ended up collecting several nights worth of data, approximately 6 hours of exposure time per panel. Before each session, I would use a drawing board that produces a white light to capture what we call flat frames. Flat frames are used to correct vignetting. Vignetting is the darkening of the edges of an image due to imperfections in my imaging system. After I was done collecting data for all 4 panels, I did the whole thing again from the beginning, only this time I was using a special filter. I used this filter to collect hydrogen alpha emissions more effectively. Then I took some more flat frames. I ended up with something looking like this. 4 pieces of the Andromeda Galaxy. So I took the 4 panels and I stitched them together. After a lot of editing, I came up with a complete image of the Andromeda Galaxy. Before I reveal the image, I would like to thank those of you who made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I will leave links to my social media down in the description if you're interested in following my work. I will also leave a link to Astrobin where you can view in full resolution and explore the Andromeda Galaxy. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and clear skies.